Good morning, everybody. This is Tom with Outside Our Lane. We're at the first shoot at HollaBend Bowhunters Club this morning. Got a pretty good crowd already this morning. Everybody's fixing to start shooting here in just a minute. Y'all stick with us.
Okay.
First shot of the year.
I use my top 10 deck.
I was scared of the turkey hanging at the middle. I see where it went.
Well, we've already started and I had to take my jacket back. I'm getting warm. Typical Arkansas weather. Started off with 2 jackets this morning. Now I'm down to 1 overshirt. We'll see how long that lasts.
Let's see over here.
From here to there. Hither and yon.
Disco. They got any bluer strings?
I couldn't. We got one.
About as blue as blue gets.
This is target number 2. I just told Corey I thought that he was thinking about me when he set this course up. The first target was the first target was a turkey. Don't laugh at me, Joe. You try to say the first target was a turkey. And the only target I hate worse than a turkey target is a standing bear. I can't focus on the 10 ring. It's just extremely hard for me.
Starting off strong. I was gonna lay myself though.
A little high.
Good job, Tess. So you shooting the stick today? Ba-doing. I always enjoy the shoots here. This club has always backtracked. Let me clarify that. The purpose of doing these videos to begin with is to sponsor the Teen Reach Adventure camps that we do. And that's what all the money this channel makes, that's what it goes for, 100% of it. But this club and the people here have always been huge supporters of that. So that's what the whole backtracking thing sung up out there was. Track backing. There's another tongue twister, Joe. I was talking about how HollaBend was backing track.
Oh, yeah.
So they're backtrackers. Oh, there's a track story itself right there. I have I don't know what you call it, a pine cone deal that occurs at camp, and it started with Tizzy. Was that 6 years ago, Tiz?
Yeah, we were at Dia looking for mushrooms.
Yeah, and she brought me a pine cone. And I've always been a sentimental type person. Anytime anybody gives me anything, I keep it. And I made the mistake of telling Tizzy that. So she brought me a pine cone and I kept it, and I've still got it. And that's been 6 years ago. Don't know. Well, I ground the rest of them up. I kept yours separate. And she had a couple kids at camp bring me pine cones, a couple of girls. And then over the years, they began to do it on their own. You going?
I'm gonna make you grass.
Can't even talk about it.
But now we have a rule that I can only give him 1 pine cone at each place we go.
In the last 6 years, I've gotten hundreds, and I'm not exaggerating, of pine cones from kids will just walk up to me and just give me one. You know, every time I asked Tizzy, did you have them do that? And sometimes she did. but most times she hadn't. But that's always a reminder to me of, I guess it's just a God wink. It just let me know where I'm supposed to be. And that's important in life. Never thought I'd be crying today. Thanks, Tiz.
It's for real God wink when you find one on literally a pine cone just laying in the middle of the beach.
Yeah.
And I run up to it and grab it and give it to you.
I've got so many stories with the pine cones, and I did a couple years ago. They were everywhere at home, so I had an idea. I ground them up in a coffee grinder, and I mixed them with epoxy, and I started giving them to kids. Made little cross pendants out of them. I started giving the kids those pine cone crosses.
There's a spider.
It's a cool story from one of the stories from camp.
Don't worry.
Didn't mean to cry, y'all. Sorry about that. Was he as mean as Tizzy?
I don't know if he went mean or not.
No, I just made you cry. I didn't really make you cry because
Was his pants dirty?
no, my pants are. I told him already.
Peekaboo.
Is Lisa 10? I think so. I think we're both 10.
You already shot? Oh, well, I thought I was gonna get both of them. Yeah. It's a volunteer faith-based camp for foster and at-risk teens called TRAC, Teen Reach Adventure Camp. And it's mostly foster kids. And we do a 4-day camp. We bring them on Thursday evening and they go home Sunday evening. And we just give them a chance just to be normal kids. I don't know if you know anything about the foster system or not, but it's a tough world. And for a lot of these kids, and there's a lot of great people in the foster system. I've met some extraordinary agency people and families, but it still doesn't take away from the fact and the reason that those kids are where they're at. There's no good reason that they're there. So we take that weekend and we give them some normalcy, and we try to give them some tools that they're not aware of that they have in life to use. We have a boys and a girls camp separate for obvious reasons, of course. They're teenagers between 12 and 16 years old. Our first one is in June 13th. And our second one is the third week in July. I don't remember the exact date on it. Okay.
And so we've got some things that we can do, some stuff that I've been working on too, so I'll be able to.
Yeah, we've got I could sit and tell stories from things that happened at camp for 2 days straight. Just the awesome stuff that God does there. And it's a funny thing too, because the wards of the state, you can't proselytize, but God doesn't care. You don't have to stand on a stump and scream Jesus every 5 seconds for a kid to know who he is. The pink skunk. My background is in biology, and a skunk has got one of the most fascinating scientific names there is.
Really?
It's Mephitis mephitis, and in Latin it means stinky stinky.
Stinky, stinky. That's awesome.
I think I chased her.
He dropped. He didn't go nowhere. Coco's first up. Target number 8. Hi, Mace. Effective for sure.
Down to my last arrow here. 2 of my arrows. Robin has the last 2 shots in a row. That upper cut off. Well, you heard me.
Upper.
Oh. We're right under the upper. That string is very blue.
Electric blue.
I couldn't get it up there. Dadgummit.
Say 8.
Kitty!
Am I cutting a lot? No. I think I got an 8.
I've got to get your Jason video on.
I can do that one. I need crown. And I said, a crayon? He goes, crown.
That's how my oldest said. Money boxes, something. How old is it? Probably so.
Good put.
Where's blue?
If I start calling lower, I'm going to not hit them. So I'm not going to see it. Mine's all black.
That's the way I do it. If you may can't do that. Put that where you
I was right. I guess I wasn't watching my
find
bubble.
your trigger.
Good.
What the heck?
You hit somebody's arrow on a 14.
And we don't even
It was
have it.
probably Cody's.
Probably.
Caribou at 38.
Good job. Excellent.
This is Next Arrow Archery out of Sallisaw, Oklahoma. Is this the first time you guys have come over?
No, it's the first time the team has. My husband, daughter, and I used to come over here and shoot 2 years ago. But then we built the range, the training facility, and the team, and all of that. So this is for the team. This is their first time. This is their second 3D shoot and their first time at HollaBend. So
I'm all about the kids. Matter of fact,
we're
my
USA Archery Junior Olympic Archery Development Team, a Joette team.
okay.
So the kids just wrapped up shooting their USA Indoor Season Series. And we were at Mountain Spring for their first 3D, and now we're here this weekend for this one. So they learn this course, and then we should be at Mountain Spring again next week. And this here's David. He just came to our range last Friday. He had never touched a bow before, ever, a day in his life.
There you go.
And so he's
41-year-old beginner.
that's okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with
Nothing
it.
wrong with that at all.
Really, upper? Yeah, without binoculars, it's hard to see it. So that's all right.
Hey, Tim shooting a couple years ago up here, and I was watching YouTube one day, and he saw his brother on the TV. And he was like,
Good shot.
Can we count that one?
Don't get that first. Where'd you hit? That's where I'm gonna aim.
I didn't know what the heck he was talking about. No, I was talking about this year. Phone right there. Coming right straight to me. And I shot, she's afraid to head up.
Easy.
Well, that's the first bow shoot at HollaBend for the year. Had a lot of fun. We had, I don't know, 35, 40 shooters, something like that. I'll go here in a second and count them, and I'll put a picture of the scoreboards and stuff here at the end. All right, appreciate you guys. And love you, and see you on the next one.
Steve Cummins. I know I've seen that one.